Olujawon and Katina, because they always have a lot of drama. So far their journey has been up and down. We have seen Olujawon be very bossy and demanding. We've seen him make her cry, but we've also seen Katina look like she really does like him. It's just very confusing. But so far what's been happening has been this whole dating app debacle where he's seen a dating app on her phone and then he called her up publicly in front of the other couples. So when he goes to see Dr. Pepper, he gets called out on it. And obviously Olujawon hates being called out on anything and he doesn't think he's done anything wrong. But later on in the episode, he does then apologize publicly for what he said about Katina. And when they're playing volleyball with the whole gang, them two seem to be happy again. But being Olujawon, of course he does Olujawon things. He goes around and starts trash talking Dr. Pepper and obviously Pastor Cow and the experts and saying that everyone just wants to call him out. And little does he know, they're around the corner and then they come and introduce themselves and saying that they were just, just lurking there. Awkward. But yes, so far, Olujawon and Katina are in a good space, or the best space we've seen them in for a while. But am I convinced it's going to work? Absolutely not. If it doesn't end up not working by the end of this series, once the series is done, it's going to fall apart. Let me know what you think in the comment section though. Steve and Noi. They seem to always have a problem with something. This time, Steve has a problem with Noi and her social media use and what she does on it. And yes, Noi does have that thing where she annoyingly tells the whole world what's going on in their relationship. And stuff like that can come across a bit immature and not very nice for the other person in the relationship. So obviously, Steve expresses this to the experts. And Noi obviously is very upset about the whole financial situation because Steve doesn't want to talk about his financial plans, even though he knows Noi wants financial stability. But they do get forced to sit down and have a chat. And they do sit down and they finally talk about their financial plans. And it seems like they're getting to some sort of agreement. So maybe Noi can be put at ease now with this whole financial stability thing. I still think Steve and Noi do have other issues they need to address. It does seem like Noi isn't 100% happy with him, and it does seem like Steve does genuinely have a problem with Noi, and I'm not quite sure she's understood this whole social media thing being a problem. So again, I can't really see them working out. They might say yes to each other at the end of the series, but past that, I'm not sure this one will work. But of course, let me know in the comment section. Michael and Jasmina have been in a much better space than before. Usually between them, it's just a lot of animosity and a lot of hostility, mainly from Jasmina's side, if we're being honest. But this episode, we don't have that. We do see them getting along. We see them seeing the experts separately and talking about what they think are the issues in their relationship and being open about it. But I won't lie, I'm still not convinced Jasmina does really like Michael. Everything we've seen so far in this season is just showing that she's not really into him. I don't see her being physically attracted to him. And she says a lot of the things that he does just don't sit well with her. So she doesn't even really like his personality like that. Could they end up being good friends? For sure. And do I think any of them are bad people? No. But I'm just not convinced that there's anything there long term. I do think Michael does genuinely like Jasmina because he tries so hard. And every time she shuts him down or she says something to him that can be perceived as quite mean, he just takes it on the chin and he takes it in his stride and he keeps trying. So I think this is not enough to make something work. But as always, you know how it goes. Let me know in the comment section. And what have you enjoyed so far about this season? What haven't you enjoyed? Because I know there are a lot of things you want to tell me. Go on. That leaves us with Mark the Shark and Lindsay. Yay, the most chaotic couple. They have been nothing but entertaining to watch, so we can't even deny that. But it is becoming a bit too toxic now. I think there needs to become a time where the experts can just say, maybe cut your losses. Come on guys, this is not going to work out. So, Mark realizes when he speaks to the experts that he is a lot like his father and he's been kind of seeing Lindsay through the lens of like mother. So there's a lot of like breakthroughs coming in, and he's realizing a lot of stuff, and that's good for him. But I think he also now needs to start realizing, let's be honest, that she's just not the woman for him, and that's okay. What they have is completely toxic. And Lindsay, she doesn't stop basically holding this grudge or this thing that she has against Mark. She can't let anything go. And the experts even address it. They tell Lindsay she needs to let this go and she needs to genuinely give Mark a chance, because otherwise, what is actually the point? So I'm not sure if Lindsay's aware that obviously if you want to make this marriage work, you will have to forgive and you will have to move on, because there is no point holding on to something. Otherwise, just let it go. She's entitled to just letting it go, but she does need to make the choice, because this right now is just toxic. It did give entertainment at first, we can't lie, but now it does come a point where you start to feel sorry for people, and I'm starting to feel a bit sorry for Mark. And I don't think this is a safe space for him. I don't think this is a safe relationship for him emotionally. And I think he just needs to just move on. So do I think they're going to make it to the end? Absolutely not. Out of all the couples, it's clear to see that Mark and Lindsay are very much incompatible. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have a wild take, I want to hear it. But yes, that's Married at First Sight. So as always, like the video, tell a friend, subscribe